We want to start tonight with that flooding incident making headlines in Nicholas County. Now, rescue crews have been working since Saturday afternoon trying to rescue a miner who's believed to be trapped in a mine in Drennen, West Virginia. And that's where we find 13 News anchor Amanda Barron. Now, Amanda, we're going to bring you up here in a minute. It's truly been an emotional time for people there. Now, have they been able to locate the miner yet?
29 hours. The hope and prayer tonight is that they're still going to have the news that they are hoping for, that man has somehow found a pocket of air. But as you are on the ground here in Nicholas County today, we're right near the Nicholas, Clay, Fayette County line in Drennen at the Rolling Thunder mine. And I can tell you that people are very concerned about what's going on there right now as those rescue crews continue for 29 hours. We know that 2 dive teams have been here at the mine working meticulously to try and figure out exactly where this man is and how they can get him to. It is not easy for anyone in this community. Today we had a chance to spend some time just at the Dollar General, basically a community hub there today where everyone who came in had some sort of story about what was going on. I had a chance to talk to a gentleman who was underground when this flooding incident happened here at the Rolling Thunder mine, and he said the water was up to his neck, and he said, I'm one of 17 who made it out. I talked to another gentleman who's a coal miner who says he just retired and the work is not easy.
Very strenuous, hard on you wherever you're at. Underground, you're dealing with the water, the mud. It's a dangerous profession. It really is.
What they are doing underground is intricate, and coming up in just a couple of minutes, the county commissioners put in perspective the work that is happening. It is not flat underground what they're dealing with. They are dealing with some very dangerous conditions as they continue this search. Again, that call came in around 1:30 yesterday afternoon is when all of this started. Had a chance to speak with the governor, who says they are on standby watching and waiting for updates alongside everyone. But there are so many crews that we've seen come down this hill right here, emergency cars with license plates from Virginia. The amount of vehicles that we've seen in and out is overwhelming. But we can tell you that not only is it local and state authorities that are here, the National Cave and Rescue Commission is also on the scene lane, and we'll keep you updated. And you'll hear more from the commissioners coming up in just a little bit.
Well, let's get another check on the rescue efforts that we told you about at the beginning of the show. 13 News anchor Amanda Barron, she's back with another live update. Now, Amanda, what can you tell us now?
Well, Lane, we can tell you that inside the Rolling Thunder here in Drennen for 29 hours as they've been working to rescue that man. There was a sudden onset of flooding as crews, I was told it was a crew of 18 underground when all of this happened. It's dark here right now, but you can see in the daylight this is in a very remote area, not far. It's in Nicholas County, but it's not far from the Clay and Fayette County lines. Very rural, but everyone who you talk to as you drive down this stretch, 20-mile, knows something or knows somebody who works inside this mine. I had a chance to talk with a surface coal miner who says it doesn't matter if you're above ground or underground. This is dangerous work.
Feel for them. I mean, it's
awful.
a deep miner. You don't know about them. You don't know if they're coming home today from work or not. You don't know what happens.
It's awful. It's awful.
And they're underground. You know, it's just, it's hard work. It ain't for everybody.
There are crews locally on the scene here from across the nation, and of course West Virginia's mine rescue teams. They're working to do what we know they do best, and that is to rescue their fellow miners. We can also tell you tonight the crews say they're not going to stop. The governor is keeping watch of the situation as we continue to watch emergency vehicles make their way down this road. It's quite a trek as you make your way back to that mine location. Some folks who were back there a little earlier today are the Nicholas County commissioners. All 3 of them are on the scene here right now as they look for this gentleman. And I had a chance to talk with them just a couple of minutes ago. Here's our conversation. Joined now by the Nicholas County commissioners who have all been on site for a couple of hours now. Just your initial assessment. What do you see when you're up there?
You really don't see nothing but a bunch of guys walking around. There's engineers in the offices and things like that. People are just waiting. It's just kind of a waiting game. There's a dive team under the ground right now. They went under around 2 o'clock. They expect them to come out around 6, and that's when the next update will be, and that's when we'll know something.
All right, what else can you tell us about this situation? Of course, everybody, just their thoughts and prayers are with this family right now.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, there's a lot of effort underground. So, when you're up on the surface, just kind of sitting there waiting. But I mean, there are electrical crews getting power to all the pumps. They're extending the water line as the water goes down. A very good, smooth operation. But you can tell it's calm, that everybody knows what they're supposed to be doing, and they're just doing their jobs to get there as quick as they can.
Yeah, I even saw some license plate on emergency vehicles from Virginia. When you think about our coal miners, I mean, they're just the lifeblood of what we do here and of our whole entire nation. What's going through your mind right now?
So it's a brotherhood. Like the other two commissioners said, you see a lot of folks up there working. It's almost like scripted chaos, for lack of better words. The pumps are coming in, folks are working together, and you see the sense of urgency, but it's also at the same time the sense of control and what's going on, and doing everything they can to pump some of that water out.
And as commissioners, I guess you guys can do right now is just wait and watch.
We have our director of Homeland Security. He's up there. He's telling us, he'll find out something. He lets us know immediately. So we get a text from him. There's no Wi-Fi or cell service out in here, so the Wi-Fi lets them do that. But it's like a fireman brotherhood with these coal miners. They're from everywhere. There's guys up there that probably don't work this mines, and they're, like you said, there's out-of-state people. There's different mine rescue teams in here, and it's just standing and waiting and hauling stuff in. Like he said, there's miles of pipe that they're welding together to take a whole seamless thing in there to pump that water out. So the one thing they did tell us from the other dive teams that they'll be in 3 foot of water, and then they'll be ankle deep in 3 foot of water and 4 foot of water. So it underground runs like the terrain out here, and people don't really know that. So it's up and down. So the valleys are full and the mountains are clear.
Yeah, they're working in some really difficult conditions.
Yes, most definitely. Like he actually taught me that the mine seams are not flat. There's a lot of territory. So, you swim for a little bit, then you got to hike for a little bit, you swim for a little bit, and they still have to check everything throughout there to make sure there's any electrical issues they're walking into or something like that for their own safety, let alone getting to the lost miner.
I think that, the two big things I'd like to capture is, one, hearts and prayers go out to all the friends and family of the underground, and secondly, out to us asking us if there's any assistance they can provide. Right now we're kind of in a standstill. There's nothing really we can do. We've got a couple things lined up for tomorrow. If this goes on into tomorrow, maybe even the next day, that we can bring in some sandwiches and stuff like that. But there's nothing we can really ask from the general public except for just thoughts and prayers.
Isn't that amazing how people just jump in to help? And no, not a surprise there. Commissioners, thank you guys so much for your time. We certainly appreciate it. Back to you.